So now let's take a look at the other more detailed reading assessment. So I'm going to click Assessments, and I'm going to add one. And I'm going to go down to Detailed Oral Reading Record Assessment, this one. Now, I'm going to put a title in. I'll call this Detailed March, because it already says it's reading, right? So, and I'll put Term 2, and I'm going to keep all these students in it and submit. Now, it creates this reading record. And I can click on the text title, and this has all the books that I've entered, or the text that I've entered in this so far. Now, you can click in this button here called Edit Book List, and this is the list of all the books. I can delete the ones that are here, or I can add one. I just added one called Pat's Book. Let me delete that one and just do it again. So I'm going to delete this one. Okay, so I'm going to add a new book. I press the plus sign at the top, and I just put the title of the book in. I'll call this Pat's Book. Yeah, I know, I should have put a apostrophe. And then the level, I'm going to go with level E, and I'll say it's fiction, and the word count is say 89. So I'm all set with that. I can go back to the reading record at the top. So I'm back here now. And let's say I'm going to go down to this person. Is he back yet? And they come up to me, and I click text title. These are all the titles. And if I just scroll down, and that Pat's Book will be there now. So I click Pat's Book. And when I do that, the word count, 89, comes in, the level, the stage, and the genre. Now, normally I would press this audio video recording, and I would do a recording. So I press audio, I'd press start, and they would read their story, and I would save it. And then when they're done, as they're doing that, I'm usually on a piece of paper, and I'm recording their errors. And then I normally get them to reread it for comprehension this time before I ask them comprehension questions. So they reread in their head, and as they're rereading, I fill in the rest of the information. So I go to accuracy. This little tab at the top beside text info is what we're on. So I'm going to go to accuracy, and I put in the number of errors. Let's say they had 5 errors. You'll see it automatically does the word miscues percentage and tells if it's instructional or independent and so on. I put in the number of self-corrects. Say 5. Let's do 2, and it does the rate. I can do the cues used. They use meaning, yes, no, or some. Or I can edit this little value list. If I click this, I can change those to what, instead of yes, no, some, I can change to whatever I want. But I'll just put yes, no, yes, or whatever. So then over here, these are strategies used. And it says use picture diagrams, use initial sounds, and so on. I can go down here and I can say yes, yes, leave it blank if I didn't really notice it, no, and so on. But also, you'll see these little pencils on the side. I can click this pencil. Oops, really big. And I can click this pencil, and it'll bring up that strategy, and I can change this just by clicking here. I can change it to whatever I want. So if you don't like what I'm looking for when I do my reading record, you don't want to check for using pictures and diagrams, you will have your own ideas, you can change this little list to whatever things you want. So when I do that, then I usually give an overall rating, and I put it on your way. I'm probably making if you double click on the iPad, it makes it really large, and I keep doing that by mistake. Okay, so overall rating. Then I go to the next tab, which is fluency. And same thing, I've got this list, expression, and some values, no smooth expression, and so on. I can choose one of these, or I can edit these values. You can change it to whatever you want. So I'll put, this is no smooth expression, so they're beginning. This person's not doing well. Maybe I should make okay, let's say this one here. Let's give them a 4 on this one, phrasing. So they were outstanding on that. And let's do 4 for the rate, outstanding. And so maybe overall, I'm going to say they're on their way with that. And then I'm going to go to comprehension. And at this point, hopefully they're done their kind of reread. And I'll ask them a few comprehension questions. Usually start with retelling. So you'll see here there's a unaided retelling. And I'll put, with a limited, partial, adequate, or complete. Or you can change these again by edit values. If I click edit values, I'll show you. It brings this list up, and I just delete what's there, backspace it out, and type in what I want. Okay, I'm going to cancel that. Don't leave those in. So, and these pencils on the side over here, beside each item. If you click those, you can change those to whatever you want, so that when you do your reading records, it has a list that reflects what you're looking for. So I normally give an overall on this. Let's say they got it. And then comment. And that's where I can click in here and type in some kind of comment for what I saw. And over here is future instruction or focus. Click on what, or type in what I want to work on next. Again, email this off to the parent. It'll send the recording plus all this information to the parent. And hopefully help them with their child's reading. Oh, last thing is overall, I'm going to say they on their way. Okay. So you can see now I have, one more thing. Previous, the next button will show this reading record. Plus, if I've done any other reading records, I'll be able to scroll over on the side and it'll scroll down through them and show on the dates just a quick capture of their overall, their accuracy, their instructional, their fluency, their comprehension, and kind of the comment I made. It'll have that there for all the reading records that I've done for that student. Kind of is like all the reading records at a glance.